hear that? That's the balance of power changing. We are your neighbors, your brothers and sisters, co-workers, kids, your grandmothers. We're the driver sitting at the red light next to you, the other passengers on the plane. And now we have the power. It used to be Madison Avenue, census data, focus groups, secret shoppers. It used to be jingles, endorsements, infomercials, coupons. It used to be, "The customer is always right," said those who didn't listen. But that was yesterday. Today we found our voice. We are strangers, but we are organized. We won't wait for your big data. We want whatever, whenever, wherever. 9 to 5. We live 24 hours a day. We are a moving target. We move fast. We are a movement. We are cutting cords, changing the way things work. Status quo, status no. We brought down the taxi industry, but we are not the enemy. We are your opportunity. We are growing, getting better at getting better. We are your path to success, if you can keep up with us. We'll be on the winning team because we'll pick the winners. We are not millennials. We are families with more Facebook followers than you. We are not baby boomers. We are grandmothers who order Christmas gifts from a touchscreen. Gen X. Gen Y? No. We are Generation CX. And you can be too, if you listen to us. Create for us. Join us. Generation CX.
Good morning. Good morning, Las Vegas. How's everybody doing this morning? What a panel earlier, by the way, right? I mean, you want to talk about Generation CX? That panel with Generation CX. One more time for those guys and gals. Today, I want to talk to you about customer expectations. I want to talk to you about Generation CX. I want to talk to you about this revolution we're part of. I am a Generation CXer, right? You, like it or not, are also a Generation CXer. Just know that. We're all part of this revolution that's going on all around us. And so how do we capitalize on that? How do we take advantage of this as we move forward? That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about your opportunity as agents, right, with your customers. How do we take advantage of that together? I'm interested in doing it as a supplier as well. Believe me, I want to be part of it. So how do we do that? I'm going to give you some thoughts around it. Did you know, and do you remember this? I'm sure you do, that just 2 years ago, in 2017, 2 years ago, remember the term digital transformation? Everybody was on board with digital transformation. It was a critical element for every single company. Well, guess what's happened? We're in the middle of that transformation right now, right? That buzz term has turned into tactical things. Even movement to the cloud has become a tactical thing. And it's all spun back to one thing: customer expectations. It's amazing to me that 89% of companies polled just 2 short years ago said that they plan to compete around customer experience. 89%, think about that. Here's the worst part to me, and here's the opportunity as we get to this gap. 80% of CEOs thought that they're doing it, right? They're delivering a superior customer experience to their customers. Guess what? 8% of those customers said, you know, we agree with that, and the rest don't. That's startling, isn't it? That's a gap. That's your opportunity, right? You know what? This is going to heat up here. We're going to get into it now. There's no Van Halen this year. We're talking thought leadership. Okay, so 8% think that it's happening, and the rest don't. There's a major, major disconnect. Why? Why is there a disconnect? I'm going to keep belaboring it. There's a major disconnect because all of the expectations have changed, and the way we define a superior customer experience has changed, right? Here's a great example of that. First call resolution. How many people, when you call the first time, do you think, oh man, we did a great job. You know, this customer had a problem, and we solved that problem for them. That's not superior customer satisfaction. That's an expectation now. That's an absolute expectation. And by the way, we're scoring all of it. We do a lot of scoring at 8x8 too. We're scoring all of it. I was in an Uber ride in an early morning a couple weeks ago, And I was a little grumpy, right? Out late the night before, had an early morning flight, and that guy dinged me a point in the rating. He took me from a 4.9 down to a 4. I didn't sleep for a week. I didn't sleep for a week. It still bothers me. So, we're not forgiving, right? We don't give second chances in Generation CX. It only takes one time to lose us, and we're gone. The expectations have changed. We're not buying the propaganda, right? We're not being convinced how we used to be convinced of what those expectations should be. The days are over of the CEO, the CIO, telling us how we're going to meet our customers' needs, pulling a piece of technology off the shelf at Enterprise Connect and saying, go use this to connect with your customers. It doesn't work that way anymore. You have to get on board. You have to get on board with this, with your customers. It's the new speed of business. I think speed is the key here, right? Speed is the key. How fast can I get what I want, right? How can I make these decisions real time? I want this product. I want that product. You got to get it to me now, right now, when I push that button. And oh, by the way, as you get it to me now, I want to know how it got there. I need the analytics. I need the data around those things to make decisions going forward. It's seasonal. And I'm not just talking about the weather, right? I'm talking about contact centers weekly. As these things are coming through, speed, speed, speed. A very simple concept. Very simple concept. How do we get faster? What's limiting our customers from getting faster? What's limiting you from taking advantage of our customers getting faster? It's two things. It's too many and it's too little. Too many and too little. Number one, there's way, way, way too many tools available. How do we keep all this in line for our customers? There's silos everywhere, right? There's new regimes that come through, and they buy this, and the old one bought that. Last year we talked about that. So we have all of these tools available to us. I think way too many. And by the way, way too little collaboration amongst them, right? Way too little collaboration amongst them. And by the way, if you're a cloud company or your customers adopted the cloud, I should say, it doesn't mean they're out of the woods. It just means they're siloed up in the sky, right? Just like the same problem as on-prem. So how do we get past that? We just did a poll, which was pretty interesting, that I probably could poll each of you in this room, and as a supplier, I could poll my own company, right? The majority of companies polled, 70%, have 2 to 5 different communication providers out there. A quarter of them, 6 or more. And almost half of them aren't happy with that experience and ease of use. It's amazing. There's a lot of problems. I'm getting depressed talking about this. But in this, here's the thing. There's opportunity. There is hope, right? Our mutual customers as a supplier, and you as an agent, as a partner, will rely on our abilities. And together, we're going to instill confidence. We're going to instill confidence in those customers. That's why I came to 8x8, by the way. A lot of you asked me that this week. Why are you at 8x8? Why did you come to this company? And I came to this company because we can collaborate and meet customers where they are based on their expectations. And we're going to do it with our platform called the X Series. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's voice, it's video, it's chat, it's contact center. It's all those things that a product set should deliver. And most importantly, for me, is the data and the analytics and the way we measure it. To me, that's the most important thing. People will say all the time, DeLozier, you're at this cool software company, out in Silicon Valley, and it's SaaS and this and that. It's true, but it's also a data company. Really, that's what we do. We're in the business of data. We're in the business of meeting those expectations that you saw earlier. I could belabor that all day. We're flexible too, by the way, because guess why? When you have one system, when you have one platform of intelligence, you can measure from that Omni contact center all the way down to the receptionist phone. We're flexible that way. They matter. Those things matter to us, and we're able to do it across the board. Why is that important? I think of practical examples, right? None of the Star Wars stuff. Like for me, it's like, why is that important to a customer? Well, it's important if you measure something and you measure your support scores and you measure the way you take care of your customers in dispute resolution, those kinds of things, and 40% of your calls are going to the receptionist because they're not dialing the 800 number you gave them, or they're not clicking on the chat button. Don't you want to know about that? You probably do. Our customers do. My CEO does. I love when he gets the calls, right? I want to measure and make sure those aren't happening. So don't ever call him. Just call me first, please. Flexibility is the key. We own it all at 8x8. You've heard that before. Why is that important? I've heard on that floor downstairs so many folks talking about this. We own it all. It's our platform. And whoa, something going on up there? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, good. I didn't know that was going to happen. Good. Sorry, Valerie. Yes, we still own it all. We're just showing you how we own it all. Sorry, I missed that part. Where was I? Flexibility is the key, yes. So flexibility is the key. We own it all, and that's important to you, and that's important to your customers from a total cost of ownership standpoint, and with the perspective that we can make those decisions and changes on the fly, et cetera. And by the way, that beautiful lounge outside, if you want to go take a look at some of that stuff, we'll be happy to show it to you. So it's the new speed of business, right? It's the new speed of business. Because of those things at 8x8, we think the new speed of business is paramount to any successful strategy. It's a simple concept, and I will tell you that our CEO believes in it as well. We're having troubles up here, by the way, so you don't think that I had too much to drink this morning. That's okay. Our CEO believes it as well. He is committed to the channel. In fact, our CEO was here all day yesterday, and we had an awesome experience last night. I think it was the only time that I've ever attended a cocktail party. It happened to be mine this time, where there was standing room only and a wait to get in, which was kind of fun. That was pretty cool. So anyway, we are a channel company. We put our money where our mouth is. I won't bore you with all of the compensation strategy and all the spiffs and all the great things. Trust me, we compensate you very, very fairly, unfairly sometimes, which I love, for your efforts. Okay, just know that. We don't have channel conflict over here at 8x8. I promise you that. There's no fancy words like harmony and all that stuff, right? We're all channel people here. So we all work in the channel. We love the channel. We love our partnerships. And by the way, we're going to continue to invest in this revolution. We're going to continue to invest in Generation CX. Okay. So where does that leave us? You heard a little bit of thought around customer expectations. I've talked to you a little bit, pitched you a little bit on 8x8. Clearly, I messed up the video. So where does that leave us? You got to get on board with the speed. You got to get on board in meeting the expectations. There is a graveyard of companies behind us, right, that didn't get that. And our customers today, this is movement. This is fast. It's speed. It's a verb. It's not a noun, right? You don't go, you don't call me a cab anymore. You go Uber, right? You don't go rent a movie. You Netflix it. And by the way, if you want to connect with me, I do like business cards still. But just link in, right? Just link in. It's a verb. It's a verb. We think at 8x8 we can help you meet these customer expectations. We think that these companies got your customers, our customers, where they wanted to be faster. We think we can help you do that as well. And we think we can put the expectation of the customer before the technology. Because like I mentioned before, and this is really, really, really important, and I'm going to leave you with this very quick thought. The days are over of where Mr. CEO pulls the CIO into the office and says, okay, I bought you a ticket, and I rented you a room in Orlando. Go to Enterprise Connect and go find us some technology. And we're going to bring it over to our company, and we're going to deliver it to our customers. And so the CIO goes to EC, right, with the cart, is pulling things off the shelf and takes it back and forces the customer to do what they think is the right thing for the customer to do. Those days are over. That's not happening anymore. Those CIOs can't hide. They need you to help them meet the customers where they are. We'd like to help you with that also at 8x8. So that being said, thank you very much for your time today. We have a great lounge outside. Love to meet with any and all of you at your convenience. See some of the software. Talk Generation CX. It's a revolution. Do not forget that. You're part of it, like it or not. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Thank you.